Right, can you say hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our day.
Hi guys!
Today.
No man, she's going wild because they ate food like 2 hours ago. Almost 3, so she's still going wild, yeah. Crazy. Anyway, we were just sat here, merrily sat here, and then all of a sudden, Albert just comes along like this, with something in her face, and then drops it in front of Charlie, sits next to me and stares at Charlie. And what it is we have our washi tapes. You can see, where's my finger?
They used to be all
There.
stacked under the table.
Yeah, they're kind of like little plastic shopping basket type things, and they had plastic handles, and the handles aren't currently on them anymore.
No shit, that's why they've not.
Yeah, exactly, because they just kept falling out. They're only from Poundland, so it's no surprise really, but yeah, so Alba came along and she dropped one of them in front of Charlie and was just like, "Can I have this, Mummy?" And then obviously we were just like, "Yeah, why not? Just chew it. We don't use it." And then she just picked it up out of Charlie's handy bag and then
Trotted back.
and then she's just chewing it. And it was just so cute because it was like, "Can I have this please, Mums?" And she knew that it was more yours, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because you're the one who mostly uses washi tape with her little obsession.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to show me some washi tapes. That just
Speaking of
arrived.
which, hang on, let's put it the right way. I can't.
If you turn the camera around onto the table.
Oh, I forgot you could do this.
Alright.
Oh, would you look at that? Squirrel! Squirrel! Doggy!
If you know what film we're talking about, let us know in the
Write us
comments.
below. Stag. Honey! Squirrel! Squirrel! Oh, no. God, this is weird, because, like, I thought I was going for this one, but I went all the way over here.
Yeah.
And then there's this one. Pretty flower. Pretty flower. You focus, I can't even tell. Pretty flowers. There we go. That's better. Thorn. Still pretty though. But they're kind of washi tapes, but as you can see here, they're actually kind of stickers all at the same time because they can all separate, which is really cool.
Good like that.
Yeah, that's upside down. Heart coffee. Cafetiere. A different heart coffee. And something that looks like a... What does it say here? Let me see if I can't read it. It's still blurry, can't read it. Right, let's focus on that and then see if I can... Nope. Nope. I don't know what it says. Come on. I don't know what it says, but as you can see, it kind of looks like some kind of cinnamon kind of espresso latte. It doesn't even tell you, it just says different types of coffee.
Nah.
Disappointment. But anywho, there are those which Charlie wanted to show you. Alba,
I was on a mission.
the last few days, she's literally just like, what can I chew? What can I chew? What can I chew? And she'll literally just find everything.
Place, isn't it?
It is, yeah, can't really lie.
I'm not gonna lie, but
No.
I can't be bothered.
No, not really. Anyway, we thought that today I would talk to you guys about how I sort of am dealing with this whole corona stuff as being, sorry, I'm holding you guys up and it's really aching my arms because I can't get that to stay up. Hang on, let's see if we can do this. Nope. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Well, that kind of works as long as nothing breathes on it. So I can't tell. No, don't. It actually moved. Anyway, so we thought that I would talk to you guys about how I'm dealing with like this whole corona stuff while being Charlie's carer, because I mean, I imagine it's probably similar with a lot of people.
How about the kitchen?
Alba,
Thank you.
come and sit down, please. You coming to sit down? Come on. Good girl. But, anyway, thank you. But, yeah, so, I mean, there are... Can just randomly fell. With no reason. I'm not okay with it. You okay? Putting your hand on my boob and in my pocket? I had no idea though, man. Anyway, I'll get on with the story at some point. Charlie may have to edit some of this out. But anyway, great. Well, at least you guys know what I'm actually like, because this is me. When I start to talk about something, I end up rambling. Rude. Anyway, I don't even know where I was. I wasn't even that far into it, and I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't have corona, and Charlie doesn't have corona. Let's just point that out now, because that kind of made it sound like we had corona. We don't. And part of the reason we don't is because we don't go anywhere. I mean, we're supposed to be self-isolated, and we've been told, like, before everybody was told to stay home, we were sent a letter, and so, well, yeah, Charlie was sent a letter that said that she needs to stay at home for 12 weeks and literally not go anywhere. And yesterday she had a text message, so yesterday this morning, yesterday, saying from this point you need to stay home for a minimum of 12 weeks. So the 3 months is increasing each
Yeah,
time.
'cause last time it said a minimum from 12 weeks. From 12 weeks that day, and now it's from a minimum 12 weeks from this day.
Yeah, so
So far it's gonna be 14 weeks.
yeah. And although technically Charlie has that because her immune system's really bad and she's got like the severe asthma and she's on oxygen, etc. So if she gets coronavirus, there is an extremely high chance that she will die. Yeah. So obviously we don't want that to happen, obviously. So Charlie has to stay home. Technically, there's nothing to say that I can't go out and do shopping, and to go and get meds and things like that. However, if I...
Yeah, man.
Quite okay? Alright. If I go out and about, I'm putting myself at a much higher risk of coming into contact with somebody who has coronavirus and therefore getting coronavirus, or even if I somehow don't get it myself but get some on me and then like don't appropriately manage to clean it off or whatever and then Charlie gets it. Either way, it puts her at a much higher risk. So as a wife, I don't want that, but as a carer, I also can't allow that. So we decided that I need to stay home too. Another reason, because if I was to be going out and about, we wouldn't be able to stay next to each other. Like, one of us would have, like, Charlie would have to stay upstairs or something, and I'd have to stay down here, because with the incubation period situation, I might have contracted it, and we might not know. So that would be really difficult, because then Charlie wouldn't be able to see the girls either, and they play a huge role in keeping us emotionally and mentally more stable than they would if we can't see them, kind of thing. And obviously if she was upstairs all the time, Charlie wouldn't have as much access to all the craft stuff. Just, it's not nice having to stay in, it's hard enough, as you guys know, staying in one house on your own, or like all the time, let alone being basically in one room and a bathroom 24/7 on your own. No TV, nothing. Which,
I know we don't have TV,
but we have like Netflix and stuff, and we have a big telly which we play it onto. So that's what we mean when we say TV. But so there's that, and then there's the whole situation of me trying to prepare food and drinks and stuff for Charlie in a sanitary manner, with us not knowing if I have corona, and then to try and give that to Charlie without contaminating anything else. So it's just way too much of a high risk. So we decided that I would stay home as well, which, I mean, we're really happy with that decision, because obviously when you think about all of the things that I just said, you guys especially you guys who've been here for a while, you can appreciate why we don't want me to go out, even though technically the government hasn't said that I can't go out to go and get meds and food, etc. So there's that. We are trying to, if the doorbell goes and we get like a food parcel, or if we've had somebody deliver something, or if we get post or parcel, whatever, the doorbell goes, obviously I make sure that they're nowhere near the door, which actually thankfully every single person since we put up that sign, apart from one, has done that. So we're really, really thankful for that.
Whoever made the poster, thanks.
Yeah, exactly. But I keep a packet of bleach wipes by the front door, so that as soon as I bring a parcel into the house, or even a letter into the house or anything, I can bleach wipe all of it. Now, I said to Charlie, was it yesterday or this morning? This happens a lot. I get confused between yesterday or this morning. It happens all the time. Either way, I said to Charlie at one point how I'm really scared, not just as a wife but also as a carer, for the fact that I'm the one who's bringing in the mail and the parcels, etc., into the house. Although I'm not going out to get them, I don't even have to step foot outside. I literally just lean out the door to bring it in. But I'm the one that's sanitizing it and bringing it in. So there's I'm quite often at the moment pretty terrified that I might not have wiped something appropriately enough, and that there might still be some virus on it.
At the end of the blog, I'll put in facts for how long the virus can stay on things.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't know.
Yeah. So I've got to wipe everything down and everything, and then after that, I mean, if we get leaflets, which is still peeing us off, that, I mean, luckily I don't think we've had any in the past few days, but I think it's wrong that they're making them send out leaflets. I mean, I know that there's some people in the Royal Mail place in Scotland that they're they're actually striking. They want to strike because they think it's wrong that they're making them send out leaflets, which obviously you might just think, well, if they're there anyway, but the problem is these leaflets, A, they're coming from businesses that aren't open at the moment, so they're completely pointless, but B, they've also been in a heck of a lot more different people's hands than just having your essential mail. So they're like going on strike because they don't want to have to give those to people, which I completely agree with. I don't think they should be doing that. But if we get a leaflet, I take that and put it straight in the bin. And after I've wiped everything and everything like that, I wash my hands and then hand sanitize my hands. But by all means, by that point, there should be nothing on my hands. I'm still terrified that there is, because I think because the end result of this, if it happens, is so drastic. That's why I'm so terrified. I mean, my anxieties and things make me scared of things anyway. But like, because I'm always scared, aren't I, babe, that something's gonna go wrong. But with the fact that this is a real life possibility, it's so scary. So there's that. Another thing that we were talking about earlier, you probably having it happen around you guys as well, but we had it like one day, when basically, I'll get this out. Basically, when they said that everybody had to stay in and that you were allowed out 1 hour a day for exercise,
or to go get essentials. So not both. You're not supposed to be doing both. You do either or. They, like, for the first day or two, I can't remember if it's a day or two. Days.
Yeah. Was that supposed to happen? Okay. But yeah, there were a few kids that were still out. And then it stopped, and we had a few days of absolutely no kids going out at all, which we were just like, please, yeah, exactly. I mean, there might have been a few kids playing in their garden, but that's absolutely fine, they're allowed to do that. But these last few days, especially today, which is why I'm bringing it up today, and I don't mean to be a stick in the mud, but I'll explain why I'm saying this in a minute. But there were so many children. We didn't look outside, so they may have only been like one family playing with themselves, like, and with each other, sort of thing.
No, because the dad shouted for their child to come back.
True, I forgot that. So these kids, that was close, and this went on for hours, like at least 3 hours minimum, I would say. These kids were out in the street playing around, playing exactly like they normally would in the summer holidays or in the Easter holidays and things like that. And these parents have not only let their kids go out and play with other children, they're letting them play for longer than they're allowed to. And we don't think, I mean, I can understand kids are going to get bored, you know, all of this stuff, etc. But children are dying from this as well. Children...
At first it was just vulnerable.
Yeah.
But now it's not.
Exactly. First it was vulnerable and elderly. Then it was like vulnerable, elderly and adults. And now it's anybody. There is no discrimination for this virus. It will kill anyone. So... if you're one of these people who's letting your kids go out and about playing, please stop. Please. Like, you and your child can, or your children or whatever, you can go for a walk or something for an hour like you're allowed. But please don't let them play outside like that, because kids get into things that you don't even know about. So like when the kids are playing, they'll, like, we've got some kids here that we've witnessed them before. They'll go around and they're going through people's rubbish to try and get things that they can like build forts with and stuff. And
at Halloween they picked packets of sweets off the floor
and ate them. So you just, and those weren't like really, really small children. Like they were old enough to know, they were old enough to know better. But I appreciate that keeping a child indoors will be hard. If you've got a garden, let them play in the garden as much as they want to, with their own family, not with other children, because you don't know, particularly with the whole incubation period situation, you don't know who has the virus, and you don't know, and the more you let your kids play with other kids, it's putting other people at risk. It's putting your children at risk. It's putting the rest of your family at risk.
Because these kids, they might not know it, and like they might lean on a car suddenly.
Exactly, but somebody with coronavirus, who might not have known they have coronavirus, might have gone into their car to go shopping and shut the door with coronavirus germs on their hands or something, or coughed near their car, and then hey presto, if a kid's gone and leaned against a car or touched like a gate or something, like they could have it. And it's,
then they'll go shopping and put it all over the trolley.
Yeah, and it's just like, I know we don't have children technically that are living with us, like right here sort of thing, but it's not about, like, this is bigger than you having to deal with your kids. This is,
if you want your kids to continue
exactly
you off, then you need to start doing something about it.
Precisely, because particularly around here, which is stressing us out a lot, like, we know these children, we don't know them well, but like we know of them and we know their families, and like when they're out and about and they're playing around with each other, or even if it's just one family of children running around playing in the streets, it's still so dangerous. And it's heartbreaking that parents are not prioritizing their family's safety. And I'm not saying that for everybody, because there's a heck of a lot of people that are doing it right, and, you know, awesome and well done and thank you, basically. But, you know, just people really need to think about it, because especially with today having that little 5-year-old boy die, it's just...
And another 724 hours.
Exactly, and it's still increasing, and you don't want to be part of that statistic. That is a very hard word to say. You don't want to be. We don't want you to be. And so please just really think about what you're doing and keep your family safe. What else was I going to say? Yes, we were talking yesterday, or this morning. I'm joking. Although I'm joking though. We were talking, and basically, we, as a lot of you guys would know, we both have anxieties. We had anxieties before all of this corona shit happened, and we struggled to go shopping. And go get our meds and stuff because of the whole being out and about. Now, with everything that's going on, we know that even once this is sorted and everything's fine, we are going to be too scared to go out and about. And we just think of all of these like, yeah, exactly, all of these people and families who don't have to think about, like, who don't suffer with any of these mental health problems, or like people who don't have any physical health problems, because even if it's gone, like, we are still gonna be scared to death that it isn't gone. Like, someone somewhere might still have something, and we could still have Charlie get ill, and all of these sorts of things. So we know for a fact that it's going to be a heck of a long time before we can actually venture out and about. And as we mentioned to you guys before, we'd booked tickets to see Adam Kay that was supposed to be this month.
Yeah.
This month, and that got postponed. And we've actually we've actually been told that it's actually been moved to October. And I said to Charlie when she found that out, I was just like, I'm not going to want to go out then. Like, even if we are actually allowed to go out, which I don't think we will be, personally, in my opinion, I don't. Even if we are allowed to go out, I won't be able to go, and I won't be happy with Charlie going. So it's just things like that, like, a lot of people would probably still go, if you're actually allowed. And it's just things like this that a lot of people won't be thinking about, especially all these people that, for some unknown reason, don't seem to quite grasp what's actually going on at the moment. Yeah. So, I mean, just please, just keep yourself safe, keep your family safe, keep your children safe, keep everyone else safe. Just do everything you can to be safe, because...
And just think about what, like, Sophie's having to do for just a simple letter
Yeah.
to protect us, whereas you could also be helping protect us by following what the government is saying.
Exactly. For all of these children, I mean, the postman was walking around this morning, and these kids were out playing, and he has to do his job, but these children who don't have to be out and about were just running around playing on their scooters and doing all this sort of stuff. And if, like, not only is that postman going around to a heck of a lot of places, but if those children pass it on to the postman, then that is going everywhere. Well, not only no more postman, but if, for example, the child gets too close to the postman and coughs, and then, like, the spores are in the air, and, like, they get on the postman, and then the postman handles the post and puts it through everybody's letterbox, hey presto, done. So
Everything has a knock-on effect.
it does. So please think about it. There's not really much more that we can say other than please, please.
Begging you, and to stay at home. Don't go on holiday just because you're not in work. Does not mean that you from Birmingham to Cornwall. Turn the heck back around.
Please. So, that's all we're going to talk to you guys about today. I'm sorry, did I wake you with my violently loud snow? Oh, you were sleeping. Look. I looked, Mum. Look, you sweetie. Very tired. Oh, she's gone. But yeah, so we are going to say good night now, because that's all we have to talk about, really.
Can come on the Dennis. Just good morning.
Good night, everyone. Stay safe. Can't zoom in.